Hey everyone, my name is Barryz, and this is a bit of a premature return. I was working on a different video actually, but it turns out today we have immaculate news. Sure enough, just when I announced my comeback, and I'm gonna be making some War for Cybertron, Fall of Cybertron videos because we don't have any Reactivate leaks. This thing comes out and just destroys everything. So if you haven't seen, Transformers Reactivate gameplay just got leaked. We actually finally have gameplay that I can talk to you and I can show you, and it's amazing. Take a look at this. It's just incredible.
Not so tough now, are ya?
From this footage, we get to see really clearly what the gameplay is actually going to be like when the game releases. And I am so happy that it looks just like War for Cybertron and Fall of Cybertron. It plays almost identically to those games. Yes, there is increased melee combos, which seem to be almost like an extension of the Grimlock and Bruticus combat scenes from Fall of Cybertron. But I am so happy to see that the gunplay has remained the same. Everything in vehicle mode and driving around, it all looks so amazing. The game also just looks very flashy. It looks very bright, very colorful, which I usually wouldn't like because, we've seen a whole lot of these AAA come out over the last couple years that have all been these esports of the future, bright colors, throw everything in your face, have no actual art style, and just throw bright colors at the screen and hope that you buy the microtransactions. But this I'm actually super happy about because the lighting in this game looks absolutely incredible. Now, there is some weird things that I've noticed from this trailer. First of all, it appears that you can aim while in vehicle mode. I do not know how I feel about that. That does not look very... I don't know how that's going to play out. But, we'll see where it goes. I generally don't like the ability to aim in vehicle mode. I feel like that's only going to make the game even more sweaty in terms of multiplayer, if it does have a PvP mode, which we still aren't certain of. But the ability to aim in vehicle mode means that for the most part, there's not going to be much incentive to play in robot mode other than your main abilities, because theoretically you can just drive into people instead of meleeing them. You can now aim so you can shoot people from farther distances, so the game's going to be a bit more sweaty. But the combat itself actually looks very good. Apart from the ability to aim. The melee system looks a bit odd. I don't know if you could see Bumblebee's kind of hitting the enemy that's up on a ledge, but he's not even directly making contact, but he's still somehow doing damage, I suppose. Bumblebee also appears to rip out the thing's spine, which just tells you how violent this game is going to be. He then does a dash like in the old Fall of Cybertron games, and we get put into that ever familiar third person over the shoulder, gun arm raised and moving forward. It looks exactly like a next gen version of Fall of Cybertron set on Earth, and it just looks so good, man. The damage numbers and everything, the XP, yeah, it's a Warframe kind of Destiny clone, but with the Fall of Cybertron, War for Cybertron skin on it, which is neat, I guess. Transformers being a live service game, following Destiny and Warframe's shoes, we've seen a lot of live service games fail over the last even just year now. Hell, Concord just came out the other day. That has a peak player base of like 600 people. No one's playing that game. And it has me really worried for the direction that Splash Damage and Bulkhead are taking Transformers Reactivate. But from what I can honestly see here, I think I was a doubter. I'll be honest, guys. I was a doubter. I didn't think that Reactivate was going to be that good. I thought it was probably going to be one of those live service games that fail. But just from how incredible this looks, from the speed and the fact that it's so fluid, the movement and the combat and the gunplay, it's all so fluid. I actually do have hope for the game now, in terms of it being a live service. I would certainly prefer, a just straightforward linear campaign, none of this, online store BS, but hey, it's okay. I've come around to it. I think it might, it might actually stand a chance in the market, especially considering just how amazing it looks. I know that the footage that you're seeing is pretty pixelated. That's because it's, captured by a leaker, but it also has some older HUD elements, like that, the minimap radar thing at the top left. That is very much so from the old builds. I remember that. The weapons at the bottom right, though, is a bit different. I don't remember that, and definitely the health and XP bar and the shields and everything at the very bottom looks very Destiny-esque, very, very new, and also, if I'm being honest, pretty lazy, but it's certainly a whole lot less intrusive than the last HUD that we saw for this game in those leaked images back from 2022. Jesus Christ, it's been a long time. Oh my gosh, it's been years. It looks great though, and I'm super excited. We also have the mission objective, which is very interesting. I believe that, I'm fairly certain this is the tutorial mission, and yeah, it says rescue the resistance team, locate Marcus and his team. So Marcus, if you don't remember, is the that guy from the trailer who had like the robot arms. He was like one of the first guys that we saw in the trailer. At first I was speculating that he would have been Sparkplug, but no, his name is Marcus. There's a kill feed up in the top left as well, which is kind of cringy, but whatever, I'll take it. Compass, there's, all this awesome stuff. Bumblebee also, as you're probably waiting for me to point out, Bumblebee has this very odd holographic, like, ball of earth on his back. If you're wondering what that's for, don't worry. I'm almost certain that that's not final. I'm pretty sure what that is it's letting you know that you're, it was like an early thing that they were testing out to see that, like, your super is active or something. This footage is just absolutely incredible. The fact that we finally have gameplay is just incredible. We've been waiting for so long for this. I'm glad to be back. If you enjoyed the video, like and subscribe. I'll have another video going up hopefully sometime soon. Hopefully on Monday if I can get it done. If you enjoy it, like and subscribe. I'll see you next time. I'm so glad to be back. We are so back, baby. Let's go. Till all are one.